Well, Happy New Year, everyone. We were just talking about that, and I'll do shout out for people that are here. Scott, David, Deborah, Star, Shelly, Melody, Matthew, Coach Bob, Jane, Jim, Bill Shoemaker, and of course, hostess with the mostest, Craig Jackman. And hi, Deborah Grady. Great to have you on here. And yeah, what I want to talk about today is just exactly what we were talking about a minute ago. I got up in the morning and already had messages of Happy New Year from friends that I have in Australia. And it's interesting how a lot of people go, when do you celebrate it? And like Craig was talking about, if you really think about it, it's like from the last person that celebrates it, or say that it goes off at midnight or 12:01, whatever it is. And all of a sudden you do get to celebrate it that entire day as well. And so happy New Year to each and every one of you. And the message, hi Scott, thanks for jumping on here. And the message that I thought I would share with you guys today, just really, really short, is how many of you guys truly, truly believe that 2026 is going to be the best year you've ever had? Okay. Now, I love saying that. And of course, I listen to an audio every single day from Washed by the Word. And it's the second to the last audio in that playlist. And if you look at it, the reason that I listen to that one and all of them every day is it just goes on to say that you haven't lived your best life yet. You haven't had your best experiences yet. You haven't had the times in your life where you looked and said, this was the best day ever, or this was the best week ever. This is the best year ever. And I think that each and every one of you could make 2026, without a shadow of a doubt, the best year you ever had by very simply knowing that you're worth it, you deserve it, you already have everything that you need to make it happen. See, again, I want to celebrate 2026, but more importantly, I want to celebrate you. That you can take this little moment in time and really, really understand that you are a miracle, that you are unique, and that you don't need, listen closely, you don't need to do anything to have the best year ever. Now, I know that people are confused when I say that. But what you need to do more than anything in 2026 to have the best year ever is try to get your thinking and you out of the way of allowing it to happen. It's like when I first learned years ago that I didn't have to be something, right? And people even think about their relationship with God. And it's like what people do is they're like, well, I'm a procrastinator and, I'm a sinner and I'm an awful person and I have awful thoughts. And see, what we do is we just keep beating ourselves up with overthinking, making us understand that we're not worth it, that we're not deserving, that we're not worth receiving, that we have to do something. The only thing that you got to do is not do. I don't think I've ever said that. So if each and every day you were thinking and overthinking about, I got to do this and I got to do this. I got to stop swearing. I got to stop sinning. I got to stop procrastinating. I got to stop all that overthinking. Hi, Mike. Thanks, Eric, for getting on. Happy New Year's to all of you. And it's like, Again, the thing that I've learned most in my life and still learning today is that virtually every single thought I have in my mind is the opposite of exactly what it is. So a lot of people don't pray or spend time because they think they're doing it wrong. They think that I don't deserve it. I'm not saying the right things. God forgive me for my sins. Wait a minute, that's already been done. That's already been paid for. We spend way too much time, and so when we're thinking about reaching out to people, do you guys realize the only reason you don't reach out to strangers and talk to them and connect with them is because of your thinking? That's it. So when you really start understanding that your uniqueness and who you are, your DNA, I heard a new figure, and it's like 400 trillion to one. 400 trillion to one of everything happening to your ancestors at a certain time that allowed you to be born and alive at this moment in time. I think someone said that it's 56 times 56 times a worse chance of you being alive today than winning the lottery. So not only are you alive and you made it, and this will take a little bit of paradigm shifting and thinking, but I know, and I'll tell you guys this, you got to believe it, but not only are you unique and you're a miracle, and you're 1 in 400 trillion chances of being alive, but you're also alive during the best time that this world has existed. When are you going to look at 2026 is going, wow. So whether I believe in a religion, whether I believe in God or the universe, whether I believe that I'm God, regardless of what you believe, all your excuses are null and void. Do you believe that every excuse that you used up till this moment is no longer an excuse anymore? What do you guys think about that? What do you guys feel about that? So I know there's only one thing that I got to do. Only one thing. I have to get excited about every moment of my life for the rest of this year. I got to get up and get excited, and I have to, in my heart, in my mind, basically say the things that are true. That I'm unique, that there's no one like me, that I'm enough, that I'm deserving, that I'm worthy. And I also have really exciting news that I need to share with everyone on this planet. This will be a video that we can use for the rest of 2026. What do I got to do? Do you know that you're worthy? Do you know that you're enough? Do you know that you're deserving? Do you know that everything's here for you to have? Everything that you ever imagined is ready for you. It's here. If you just stop resisting, it's here. So if you can get excited about that and share your excitement and spread the good news that you know the answers. How many of you know that? How many of you know that someone could ask you right now, well, I don't know the meaning of life. I know what the meaning of life is. I don't know what my passion is. I know what your passion is. Well, I don't have a purpose. I know what your purpose is. Really? Yes. I have the wisdom. I asked and I received the wisdom that you need to change every area of your life. Now, I don't know how many of you are going to believe that and do that, but we're going to use this video as the default video. Because until you're willing to acknowledge that you're special, that your DNA is unique, that everything about you is unique, that you're a miracle, that you're loved unconditionally. You don't have to do anything. You don't have to change who you are. How many of you have gone through hearing, listening to people that sometimes your first thought is, I can't fill in the frickin' blank. See, I can't because I'm not that smart. And, I didn't do good in school and I'm not good with technology. And I'm an introvert. And I just don't get excited. And I'm sort of a loser. And I'm a procrastinator. And every time I know I should do stuff, I don't do it. So I have a lot of shame in my life, and I have a lot of guilt in my life. And the reason that I do is, let me tell you how much trauma is happening in my life right now. And I have all this trauma and these feelings about myself because all this bad shit happened to me. Let me tell you about all the bad shit that happened to me. Did you guys feel the energy change at all? That I go from you got everything to now you have nothing? And so you have to switch that paradigm. You have to switch that paradigm. Can you imagine saying the following statements to people? Hey, I don't know if you know this or not, but there's not anybody else like me on the planet. There's never ever been someone like me, and there's never ever going to be anyone like me. That's how frickin' special I am. So you don't have to change. All you got to do is allow. All you got to do is believe that the promises are already there for you. And for some of you that know my very, very top thing that I believe more than anything, if there's one thing that I could partake and give to you, is I know that God is not a discerner of persons. I believe that more than anything else in my life. That I know that if God bless somebody else, God will bless me. So when I look at what other people's lives are like, and I see how peaceful they are, and I see how much joy they have, and I see how loved they are, and I see how giving they are. Everything that I want in my life that other people have, I can have. If I just believe it. Don't have to do anything. How do you get this programming out of your head and just go, wow, if God did that for that person? Because if you don't believe in God, do you guys know that people that are not believers, atheists and agnostics, do you know that they actually, that's one of their superpowers? Has any one of you ever thought why some people that are not believers in God succeed in life? You guys ever see, wow, that person's evil, that person's awful, and look how much money they have? What does that person do? Oh, they're in prostitution and child trafficking. But you know what law they understand? If somebody else can have riches, they can have riches. See, they don't have to believe in a God or have a God. And because they're atheists and agnostic, they go, man, look at all the stuff that pimp has. Look at all the stuff that drug dealer has. And they go, if that person can do it, I can do it. If you guys ever thought that, if you guys have ever watched any show that deals with drug dealers, it's always someone else on the other side is like, this is my territory and I'm taking over their territory. There's something to do with greed and evil that it's never enough. It's like, I need mine, but I also need theirs. And then there is a different thinking that there's already enough, that there's an abundance mentality, and I can get anything that I want in life and help as many people as I want in life, and I don't have to take anything away from anybody. When someone approaches me with a different company, I go, you know what? I truly believe we need 1,000,000 successful companies. Do you guys believe that? It is like, no, we don't need the biggest. We need 1,000,000 companies like this. Do you guys follow that? And so my message to each and every one of you is I wish and I want to believe that every one of you from this moment forward would look at yourself the way I believe that God looks at you. Because I know some of you might know this, and if you don't, I'm telling you, but I pray for your success, your happiness, your joy, your health. I pray for you more about your life than you pray about you and your life. And some of you that know me believe it. And some of you are going like, why would someone pray for me? Well, that's one of the things I'm supposed to do. So what would I be praying for you about? Is that I pray one day that you see yourself the way God sees you. God doesn't make junk. He doesn't make garbage. He did give you free will. And unfortunately, a lot of us use free will and we don't think very pleasant things about ourselves. I seen a post today that I immediately, when I seen it, I thought it was funny. And then I thought about it and I'm going, that's not funny. And here's what the post said. For the first time in 2025, I now know, as of right now, that I have enough money to make it to the end of the year. Wasn't that meant to be funny? And when you see it, I giggle. I laugh. Wow, I now know that I have enough money to make it until midnight, whatever time zone I'm in. It is like, man. Because there's some people on the planet that use their free will and know they have enough money for the end of 26, 27, 28 for them and their families. What would that feel like? What would it feel like that even if your children are idiots, that they couldn't, you even set the trust up so they get big hunks of it at certain age parts of their life, right? So they get a big hunk if they want to mess up from 18 to 25. And then they get like a restart button. That's what I want. So I hope some of you rewatch this and just think about how special you are, how loved you are, how unique you are. And that 2026 can and will be the best year of your life if you use your free will and make it so. So the little note that each and every one of you should have somewhere that you see every day is, man, I'm looking forward to experiencing the best year of my life. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. People reach out, yeah, hey, Happy New Year. Man, am I happy? I'm excited. I'm jacked out of my mind. This is the best year I'm ever going to have. And it can't be but my health. But my health. Do you guys know people that do that? It's like, well, I'm getting old. And I'm getting older. It's like, all right. The problem with that excuse is you can find people in their 70s and 80s and 90s and 100s that are experiencing their best years ever. So I love each and every one of you. Happy New Year. Have a great day. Have a great tomorrow. And we'll see those of you on whatever day it is.
Breakthroughs tomorrow at 12 noon Pacific, 3 p.m. Eastern for those of you that are part of the premium package.
This is your year. Everyone, let's get everyone on camera, or do thumbs up if you're not on camera. Raise your hands if this is your year. You know, if you're not got a camera going, then put a thumbs up or some fire emojis in the chat. So if we guys all do this, then guess what? We can look back at this recording and you're going like, well, you know, this and that. And you go, wait a minute. You were on this on December 31st, 2025. You guys were on a video saying this was going to be your best year. All right. Love you guys. Have a great day. Talk to you soon.